All righty, good morning. Happy Saturday. We're back here outside of Boston, Massachusetts. Match up against the Shamrocks today. PHC wearing the unis with a nice blue hue to them. They're ready to go. Energy is up. We're looking for fast-paced, hard-hitting hockey. We're playing the Shamrocks today. They got to sleep in their own beds last night. We stayed at the Clarion Inn, Nashua, New Hampshire. Stayed up all night in preparation for this one. We're ready to go. Keys of the game will be grinding this one out. We're going to have to get, if we don't have the numbers, get pucks in and then get bodies down there and there. We're going to have to go 2 on the puck. Try to outwork them. Win the puck, possess the puck. Get shots on net. Hopefully we shoot low. As we go back and watch films, we're shouting a lot of shots high. We're putting it up and the goalies are getting extended. Expecting that high shot, so if we can put it down by their feet, 8 to 11 inches off the ice. Hopefully we can tickle that twine. Big shout out to the Tamboozy crew. Making the trip up here. They're longtime listeners. They traveled up to Boston, Mass. They're taking some live action with us. And I also hear they're going to make the trip of Thanksgiving with us. Join the family up in Ontario. Willie's in Ontario right now. He's got a game 11 o'clock today. So after ours, we got a lot of hockey today, mixed in with some college football. But at 8 a.m. start here against the Shamrocks. Take this one in. Looking for something to do midday. Turn in to the PHC 2016 YouTube channel. Rooting in them on as they're in the Junior Canadians Cup up in Toronto. See how I pronounce that? I didn't say Toronto. Toronto. Tune in. Support Coach Mike Winton as he's up there with Willie having some fun. It's going to come down to that. Like today, the boys and Miss Shaw need to go out and have a little fun. We talk about it, we say it, but like they got to leave it all out there. They got to play for themselves. You got to be able to look around that room after the game and say, hey, I did everything I possibly could. And look each other in the eyes and all commit to that. We'll get after it. We're playing, I think they're the second-ranked team in the country as of this week. They were in the top spot at some point this season, so we expect good hockey. We're looking for a fast-paced action and quick start. Stay with us, and we'll be ready to go as the teams head in to their benches. Give another quick pregame shout out to number 98, Gracie Carr. She's at home watching. She didn't travel up here with us. She's got a game this weekend herself. So, Gracie, take care of the homework. Watch a little hockey this morning. Cheer on your favorite hockey team, the PHC 2015. Colton Williams will take the crease to my left. They send out Nasty. Max Roach, the money man, Dylan Pacelli, and G. Johnny Gerberbeck with Carr and Maurer on the blue line. We're underway. Puck is dropped. Went out of the sideboards. The Shamrocks will push it in. This gets into the PHC zone. Maurer will take a shoulder check. He's going to collect it. Pull up. He's pinned against the boards. Carr will step to this one. Roach is in there. Chip it out. They work it up. Picked off by Pacelli. Pacelli plays it out into the center to Johnny Gerberbeck. Johnny Gerberbeck gets across the red. Across the blue, they dump it in, and PHC's going with a quick line change on the back end. They're going to try to keep him short as the Shamrocks work with an extremely small bench. This one's pinned along the boards. Roach steps out of the corner when he gets back to the forehand. Gets to the dots. He's hauled down. A little home referee. They let that one go. That was a hook around the hands that was tripped and hold. It's fired in at the other end. Williams sees it. Squeezes it. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to his right. I don't know if the referees are just waking up or if they're just a homer crew here in Boston. Not an early call. Spittle between Pucciarero and Anutsiuk. This one's pushed up the boards. It's kept in at the point. Anutsiuk trying to get it out. It's bouncing around. It's kept again. Z-Man will try to contain and push him in the corner. They fire it back across out in front. It gets out to the point. They'll collect it. They'll put it back down in the corner. They step out to the dots. They turn and fire it up over Williams. It's going to get to the sidewall. Anutsiuk trying to play it out in that center seam for Spittle. Spittle trying to get it to Pucciarero, but it's picked off. Fired back in. Z-Man will collect this one. And go off the glass with it. It's kept in at the point. We'll walk back down. And now we get away with a trip. Referee's letting them play so far. Anutsiuk trying to get past that referee. We're outnumbered on the board. Spittle's there to help. Spittle's digging. Between the corners of Whiskey. Tries to push it back up the wall. The Shamrocks collect. They walk through. And they go top bunk with a backhand snipe. So they tickle the twine for the first time today. We're pushing that puck up the same boards. We got to do a better job trying to reverse it and flip that ice. Or pucks will stay in. So 13-17. 1 minute and 43 seconds into this one. The Shamrocks strikes first. Puck is dropped. We're back underway. Fazio, Roach, and Sauer up front with Maurer and Nunez on the back end. Middle will try to contain. They'll force him back up the wall. They drop it back down in the corner. They're looking to play it out in the front. Roach, they defend with that loose hand. He's hauled down. Shamrocks will collect. They'll put it out in the neutral zone. Roachy hauled down behind the play. Referees letting them play. The referee will call intentional. They'll move it all the way down, so we'll have a offensive zone draw to the right of the Shamrocks goalkeeper. Spittle, Gerberbeck and Pacelli. Wins it to Pacelli. Pacelli backhanders it in. It's played across. Shamrocks will throw it out. Carr will collect. Zahn, he gets his pocket picked by the full checking. He's in all alone. Fires wide. Witten will collect. So we got to be quick. These Shamrocks come with pace. They play the game with high speed. They strip a pocket. Carr will step up and challenge. Push him back outside the wall. It's played. They step up. Gerberbeck gets a stick on it. Carr tries to play it out. It's kept in at the point, but whistled dead as the net was dislodged. They'll put that back on its moorings, lock it in place. We'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. Roachy between Punti and Anutsiuk, Carr and Witten. Roach wins this one back to Carr. Carr's going to step up. He's going to go off the glass. Play with a high stick. And all the way down. So now we'll move down as it was played with a high stick. Chris Kringle's over here giving some advice to our bench. It's a little early. It's not even Halloween yet. Santa put us on the naughty list. You know what I mean? It's not even Halloween yet, but he's out scolding our bench. They hit the neutral zone. Carr will get match speed. Will gap up. Will keep him outside that dot line. He bodies him up. Roche gets there in support. Chips it off the boards. They play it back up to the point. They're going to walk in. They're going to fire. Roche collects with his stick in that lane. He chips it forward to Puchero. Puchero's trying to split him. He's met by a poke check with Roche following it up. Gains control. They'll get it deep. Roche collects it. Steps in. Fires it across the goal mouth. Gets out to the far boards. Collected by the Shamrocks, and they're moving up the ice with speed. They pull up. They fire. It's wide of Williams. They collect on off the end boards. It's played around. Nunez calls off Puchero, plays it forward off the skates. It's bouncing around. The Shamrocks collect. Play it back out in front. They collect. They turn. They fire. Williams is there. Gets wide of him. Shamrocks will collect it. They'll go to the point. It gets out in the neutral zone. Puchero is going to put the forecheck on. They're going to go D to D. But Puchero forces them back up the near wall. Now they regroup and flip that ice on us. But Spittle gets across. Puts the pressure on, forcing the play ahead, where Nooner will collect it and try to press it out, but it's kept in again at the points. Nunez will collect it. He's got two out in the middle. He finds Puchero leaking behind. Spittle's with him. The rim is poked aside. Spittle collects and fires. Big save made by the Shamrock. Figure out how it's not a trip. Eddie's trying to stay on the nice list. He's asking nicely, how is that not a trip? I don't know. My eyes may have deceived me. Play continues. They're ringing around. The Shamrocks will try to flip this. It's picked up by Fazio. Fazio turns. He fires it. Stick this side by the Shamrocks. Sauer takes someone down. Fazio's going to collect it. Come off the wall, but it stripped of it, and now we're going back the other way. Maurer and Carr there. Step up! Let them drag across. They push them back outside the dots. They'll regroup at the point. They turn. They fire. Gets through. Gets into the corner. Played back out to the point. They'll try to do it again. They walk to try to hit the guy down in the corner. They learn. They let fire. Big save made by Williams. Carr's there. Lifts his stick. The Shamrocks play it back across in front. Stick to side by Maurer. Puck's on the back of the net. And it's going to be whistle dead as they couldn't get that puck loose off the back of the twine. We'll change the whole line here. Defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. Roche, Gerbevec, Baselli up front. Z-Man and Winton on the back end. Roche collects this one on the face-off. He's met by a poke. They turn, they fire it back in. Williams sees it, squeezes it calmly. We'll reset, do it again from the same dot. 10 minutes left in the first period. Nasty! Nasty! Shamrocks collect off the face, so they fired in. Williams squeezes it again. When he's not at the rink, you'll catch him on the hot corner, fielding ground balls with exit speed, exit velocity of 100 miles per hour. So he sees that one. He squeezes it in. Roach wins this one forward. Pacelli collects. He'll chip it off the boards. He's going to drive down. He's at the half wall. He'll reverse up. Plays it to Roche. Roche collects. He drags past one. Chips it back across. Good idea. Too hot to handle, but Gerbevec collects. He'll play it to Winton. Winton will hold it. Try to walk with it. Use the big frame of his to protect that puck. It's played forward. But the Shamrocks will collect. They'll flip that back up and stretch the ice. Gets in the PHC zone. Z-Man. Shane Z collects. He'll go D to D to Winton. Winton gets back to the forehand. He plays at the Roach in center. Chips forward to Gerbevec. Gerbevec flips that ice back to Pacelli. Unable to handle, and now it's coming the other way. Nooner's there. He'll turn. That's going to hit iron. So that was a snipe. Stays out of the back of the net. Collected at the far point by the Shamrocks. They turn. They fire back in along the ice. Stick to side by Williams. Nooner will try to chip it ahead to Pacelli, but the Shamrocks are all over it. They collect it, fire it up off the end wall, off the glass behind Williams, but it's kept in again at the point. Played back down. The Shamrocks will collect. They'll go to work behind the net. They play it out in front. Good stick by Michael Winton. Gerberbeck collects at the top of the house, and now he's coming the other way. Drags past one. Gets it into the corner. His line mates will pull up. Gerberbeck's dumped. Spittle trying to get there. Putrera coming off the bench. Played up the wall. Maurer will collect. We'll put it back down the wall. Shamrocks collect, and now they're moving with speed the other way. They're going to take this one through the neutral zone. They weave in and out. They end on the line. They get inside the dots. They turn. They fire. And now we're going to go man down for a tripping. My eyes are deceiving me. They're letting a lot go. So Declan Spittle called for a trip. We're man down. Putrero and Fazio. Putrero and Fazio up front. Nunez and Maurer. Called upon to kill this one off. Putrero will put it in the corner. Maurer will collect it. Try to reverse up. Swarmed by the white jerseys, and the Shamrocks will now set up behind the net. They play it side to side and look to set up in their structure. Working it out in soft ice. PHC boxes up. They'll flip it to the far point. Move it around to the near side. Letting them try to work that outside. Clog the middle, but now they step out in front. They come through, met by a bunch of sticks. Patrick collects. He's got some wheels. He drives past, trying to catch a falling defender. Drags past him, trying to throw it back out in front. Hits a shin pad, and now the Shamrocks collect, and they'll look to set it up and move it up ice. It's out in the neutral zone. Maurer challenges. He's going to collect this one on the forehand. Trying to settle that puck down as it was on the edge. He does get it down. He's going to come around the net. He's going to get his toes up. Tries to flip it back across. Bounces off of Shamrock, but Putrero collects and puts it forward. Shamrocks will regroup in their own end. They're going to hit the neutral zone with speed. Look to hit the line with numbers, but we're back and contained. Maurer will keep them outside those dot lines. Fired in off the side of the net. Stick to side by Putrero. Shamrocks will collect and try to set up as PHC gets back in the box. Good stick by Ethan Nunez. For the Shamrocks, pinch in, they collect it, they turn, they fire. Big save made by Colton Williams. Played back down into the corner. And we kill it off, we're even as Roche comes off the bench. Whistle dead. And it's an equipment. He's already down there. So whistle dead as a safety concern. When a goaltender's equipment gets dislodged, it's automatically whistled dead, as you do not want a puck going back in on them. So the dangler or the throat protector there. Catch it. Eddie Williams. Getting the backup helmet. Drops it down. He's hurt. So we thought it was the dangler, but we're saying he took a shot, got caught. He's just taking a timeout for himself, trying to collect it. Maybe a little stinger. We're hoping he's okay. He's on the bench being worked on. Ellie Shaw will come out. So she'll come in. As Williams is on the bench, shooken up a little bit. Here we go. So we'll get back underway. Ellie comes in to give her partner the breather he needs. Hopefully he's all right. We'll try to get some in-game intelligence from you. But Roach wins this one. Pacelli tries to play it out. It's kept in at the point. Shamrock will go. Carl will step to the wall. They play it in behind Ellie's net. Witten will collect. They play it forward. Plays it ahead to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's going to try to flip that ice, but he leaves it for Roach as he was following the puck. We stay on side. Roach is going to drop the Gervivek. Gervivek's got some time and space. He's met by a poke check, and now the Shamrocks are coming the other way. Your puck! Your puck! Carr will challenge this one. Stick it away. Force him back behind the net. And the Shamrocks will come out the other side. They try to stretch that ice back to the far point, but it gets past. Dylan Pacelli's going to get after it. There's no icing as it was played down by the Shamrocks. Shamrocks collect. They go off the end wall. Witten's going to step and keep. Load up. Fires it towards the net, looking for Pacelli in front. It's stick to side by the Shamrocks. And again, St. Nick handing out a lot of missed calls here. They're going to call Michael Witten for a rough. That was a hockey play. He gives you the shoulder, calling a body check. Gervivek was already dumped earlier in the game. No call. But Witten ends up on the naughty list. So we'll be man down. Defensive zone draw to the left of Miss Shaw. We got Pucciarero, Inutsiuk, Shaner, and Nunez. One's one back. Nunez will collect. We'll go off the wall with it. The Shamrocks are going to keep. They're going to try to set it up. PHC will box up. They'll work it back down behind the net. Shamrocks will come around. They'll work it up. They step to the top of the house. They wind, they fire, and that gets through and gets in the back of the net. That was a hell of a blast, if I do say so myself. 11 inches off the ice. It's the hardest one for the goalie to see and to stop. Right below the blocker, especially when you're coming in cold. Nothing you could really do there. That was a hell of a shot. So, we'll have to get back to action. Here we go. Who wants it? Let's compete. Spittle, Inutsiuk, Pucciarero, Seaman, and Nooner. As with that power play blast, the Shamrocks taking nothing lead. They'll play it back. They'll regroup in their end. They go D to D. They dump the wall. Spittle gets above it, collects it, trying to chip it forward, but picked off by the Shamrocks. They'll reverse it the other way, come up the near wall, play it in the zone. Shaner will get back. We'll collect this one. He'll go around the net, looking for his defensive partner, gets past, but it's played up. Spittle picks it off. It's played back to Spittle in the center seam. Inutsiuk trying to get after it. It's chipped forward and challenged at the blue line of the Shamrocks, but Spittle will collect in the neutral zone. He's going to gain the line, trying to step in. He gets a pocket pick. Inutsiuk chips it forward, though, in the follow-up. But the Shamrocks are able to collect and move it out into the neutral zone. Inutsiuk actually puts it forward and pull up for a partial line change. Pucciarero putting the poke check on. Spittle puts a poke check on, but they enter the line. Stay outside the dots. Behind you! Played around. Carr will challenge. He'll poke this one away. With the support of the Shamrocks, the work. Carr sticks to the side. He's battling 1-on-2. He's looking for support. Spittle gets in there. Wins puck. It's lost on the feet. Now the Shamrocks will collect. They'll come around the other side. Play it up to the point. Poke the side by Pucciarero, but they walk. They keep it in. Spittle wears that one. Gets into the corner. Where the Shamrocks will collect. And they'll try to work it back out in the middle. Bruno will step. And come around the other side. Carr will meet him at that post. Force him back up. We'll play it down. They'll cycle it in the corner. Spittle's there. They play it back out in front. Stick to side by Nunez. Shamrocks collecting. Now they're going to set it up. This is 5-on-5 hockey. It is not a man-down situation, but the Shamrocks are set up working that puck. Carr will get there. He's defending with that loose hand. Bodies a big boy up. Waits for the support of Spittle to get there. Gets back defensive side of it. Spittle pushes it forward to Fazio. Fazio's got Pucciarero with him. He plays it out into the center seam, just a tad out in front of Pucciarero. But they say no deflection. So that's whistle dead for an icing. Will come down the other way. Any update? So Williams still on the bench catching a breather as he took a high shot off the mask. Rochi ties up. Fazio jumps through the lane. But the Shamrocks play it back up. Keep it in the point. Now we got Maurer, Witten on the back end with Sauer, Fazio, and Rochi out there. Shamrocks will come back out to the point. They step, they load, they fire. Gets in, gets wide. Winton will step to this one and play it ahead to Fazio. Fazio's going to walk off the wall with it. He'll chip it off the wall. That's the second time that kid has blown an edge going back, so keep an eye on trying to attack that particular defender. Straight forward, kept in by Winton. He'll turn, he'll fire. Gets in the back of the net. There we go. Michael Winton gets a shot. Oh, we've been talking about it. He does that for his pop, for his grandfather. Made the trip. That one goes out to the Tamboozy crew. Michael Winton doing something simple. If you shoot along the ice, good things will happen. Goaltender was expecting it up top. He shot it on the ice. Gets in the back of the net, so that should spark us. 2:43 left in the first period. PHC pulls within 2-1. Spittle wins this back to Michael Winton. Winton will play it to Gervek. Gervek will chip it in, and now we're going to have to get in after. We're going to have to put 2 on it. Spittle gets there, forces him to play it back around where Gervek reads it, gets off the wall, he turns, he fires. That's up high. It's blocked to the side by the Shamrocks goalie. Play it down into the corner. Spittle gets above it. They chip it out in the net center seam, and they're looking to flip the ice. They play it across. It gets off of Nunez skate, stays out in the neutral zone. Maurer will step up and close that gap. Gervek collects. He'll reverse back up. Puts that one out in the neutral zone. It's gloved in. It's offsides. And it's a hand pass. So Eddie was sent to the cafeteria in detention. He was put on the naughty list. He's not getting any Christmas presents this year. Little confusing. So it's played back ahead. Play continues. Flip it out, trying to stretch that. Picked off by the Shamrocks. They step forward. They fire it in on Ellie. She makes a big save and sticked away by Spittle. Shaner will come back around the wall with it. Pacelli trying to collect it. Gets out to the point. Trying to poke forward, but it's kept in. Drags past 2, drags past 3. Stick goes to the toes. We get away with one there. And now we're moving forward. Nunez puts it to Pacelli. Pacelli puts it to Spittle. Spittle self-space, fires, gets into the corner where Pacelli will collect. Pacelli puts it out to the point for Shaner. Collects this on the backhand. Tries to play it down the wall to Gervek. But it's jumped and picked off by the Shamrocks, and they're coming the other way with numbers. So with good back pressure, will bump the puck carrier off as he loaded up. You can't call it. It's a hockey play. That is a hockey play. Absolute hockey play. We had the breakaway down here. There was an absolute trip. We're not calling it. It's got to be called both ways. But that can spill with a good hockey play. Takes a good penalty, but it was a hockey play. Absolute hockey play. Competitive contact. Stick the puck. It's in the rule books. He's a certified, crested referee. It's a competitive contact. That's how you teach it. The Boston fans agree. We're short-handed. Richie Pucciarello, Carmauer called upon to kill this one out in front of Miss Shaw. We'll load the fire up. Carr will stick it aside. Shamrocks will try to reset up. Carr will get it. Return. He'll fire. You go off the glass. It's kept in at the point. Fire back down. You need the puck! But the Shamrocks will get there first. They'll collect. They'll set up on the far side. Goes to contains. He wears that one. And they'll chip it forward. It's going to be kept in at the far point. Roche, good contain. Good contain. Let him sit out there. They'll walk it down to the half wall. They try to step into the dot. They play it across. Stick the side by Carr. Gets into the corner. They play it back across. Ellie sees it, squeezes it, hangs onto it. Controlling body and sticks in front. We want to clog that middle. We don't want to get the opportunity in that PSA. So good patience, good discipline so far. 41 seconds left on our man down. 26.6 left the period. Rochi's going to put this one in the corner if he can. Shamrocks win it. They'll go back to the point. Montreal will contain. They'll go back to the half wall. They walk to that dot. They drag in. They fire. Stick to side. They'll set up on the other side. They'll go out to the point. They'll let them off the wall. Rochi containing. They play it down. Hit and pin! Hit and pin! Play it back across. Fired a big stop by Ellie Shaw. And then the horn sounds. That's a punch to the face. It's a punch. You punched him in the face. There's an absolute punch. We can't control it. But I'm hoping on Saturday there's an ophthalmologist that's open because these referees need to get their eyesight checked. Can't control it. We get called for 2 penalties there to end the period as punches were being thrown by the Shamrocks. So his partner will step in, rectify the situation. No punitive damage. They'll go even up as he calls it on the Shamrocks, trying to keep control, trying to collect it. So now the referees are fighting over the call because Chris here is suggesting he doubled them up, which he did. He gave him 15 and 27, but his partner obviously taking control of the game, saying you missed it. So we'll stay 5-on-4 for 14 seconds. Fazio decking, shower out there. Car will collect. We'll turn. We'll fire this one down. That's going to be whistle dead for an icing. If you're going to do it, hit the net. We'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. To the left of Miss Shaw. Sorry, my orientation. She switched creases on me. 8 seconds left on the man down. Little ties up. Shamrocks jump through. They fire it in on Ellie. Carl will collect it and stick it aside. He's going to go off the netting. as that got up, hit off the sidewall. So we threw it off, but we'll have the defensive zone draw now to the right of Miss Shaw. Full strength. Spittle Fazio, Sauer up front, Shaner and Carr. Trying to read it. We're going to collect it and play the Carr. Carr will stop this one. He's going to go off the glass. It gets out. Kept in at the point. Good stick by Sauer. Collected by Spittle. Spittle loses an edge. He was looking for Fazio. Fazio collects out of the heat, but the Shamrocks collect. They're going to turn and go. They come in with numbers. They drag across, stick the side by Carr. But the rebound gets in on Ellie. It's kicked back out, and the guy crashing down, driving center seam, puts it in the back of the net. So they hit with speed, they hit with aggression, they're driving center seam. They extend the lead to 3-1. So let's go. Who wants the next one? Let's go. Play some hockey. We're not here playing tennis, but there was an international tennis team that checked in at Clarion Inn last night. So chip forward. The Shamrocks will gain the line. Stick to side or challenged by Billy Maurer. They'll get it back across. Set up on that sideboard. They drag up the wall. Reverse back down into the corner. They get back onto the forehands. The Shamrocks will drive behind the cage. They'll flip it out to the point. It's collected at the point. It's gone D to D. Pacelli will challenge that one. Gets off his stick. Bounces in on Ellie. Makes the stop and hangs on to it. So defensive zone draw to her left. We got Pucciarero out between Gerbevec and Pacelli. Nooner and Maurer. That one's kicked aside by Shaw. Play back out. Pucciarero will get out into the neutral zone. He's in 1-2. Drags past one. Drags past two. He tries to fire, but it's sticked aside at the last time. Pacelli collects it, puts it out in front for Gerbevec, but the Shamrocks stick it aside, and now they're hitting the neutral zone with numbers and speed. They get in, they turn, they fire. That goes top bunk. Far down. They're going to extend to 4-1. That was a nice rip. Shot in stride. Hey, let's go. Reset. Let's go. Hey, reset. Let's go. Who wants it? Who wants it? Let's go compete, right? So now we got Spittle, Fazio, Nucciuk, Winton, and Carr. We drive in. Carr will poke it away. Then try to reset. It's played in. Ellie kicks to the side. Carr will try to play it up to Fazio. Fazio's trying to collect it. Fight through the forechecker. It's played back in. Winton will get to it in the corner. We'll reverse up. He's hitting pin, but Spittle's there in support. Tries to come up the wall to Fazio. Fazio will collect. He's got a Nucciuk far side. He's going to get out into that neutral zone. He takes a look. He flips it over to Nucciuk at the dots. Nucciuk gets in. He loads. He fires. Stick to side by the Shamrock defenders, and then they're going to try to come out, but they're met by a forechecking Fazio. They play up the wall. They play it forward. It's out in the neutral zone. Rung across, and now it's a 2-on-1 on Carr. Carr will contain him, push him back out to go backside. And Ellie shifting right to left. Hangs tall. Hangs tall. Makes the save. Hey, everyone's got a job to do. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to keep that positivity up. Nancy will play that one from his knees out to the half wall, but the Shamrocks collect. They'll flip it down. It gets around the end wall, where Shane will collect and play it forward, looking for Sauer. It gets past him. It gets out into the neutral zone. And then played back forward and transitioned by the Shamrocks. They're going to drive down. It's good contained by Ethan Nunez. Puck battle ensues. Shamrocks come out of the pile. Relentless Max Roach with his nasty play. Collects that puck, gets it out in the neutral zone. Chips past. Pucciarero flips it to Sauer. Sauer's going to load up at the top of that circle. He drops it to Shaner. Shaner will load. He'll turn. He'll fire. Rebounds there. Pucciarero collects. Turns and fires. Oh. Worn by a Shamrock defender, and now they collect it, and they're going to try to come the other way. They drag past one. They drag past two. They get out in the neutral zone. It's a reverse hit. It's a reverse hit. So they'll call the body check as that puck carrier. Head contact should be 10. It's head contact. It's not shoulder. That's head. We got to review the rule books here. Head contact. I can call the game from up here if you need me to. Might have to dust my whistle off. With intention. Absolutely head contact with intention. Targeting. Should be a match. Huh? You got something to say? I'll deal with you after the game. I'll deal with you. Yeah. All right. So they get the penalty on the board, 130. Offensive zone draw to the right. The Shamrocks goalkeeper. Roche ties up. Puchero trying to put it to the point, but the Shamrocks jump the lane. They're going to come the other way with it. They play it back across. It's in on Ellie Shaw all alone. Big stop by Ellie. Puchero will collect this one. He plays it to Shane. Shane's going to flip that ice off to Roche. Roche's going to collect in the neutral zone. Net by a back checker, and they flip it back forward. They play it back forward. Maurer will collect. And then we're whistled dead. I don't know what they're called. Icing. So we'll have an offensive zone draw. Right of the Shamrocks goalkeeper. Puchero, Roche, Baselli, Maurer, and Shaner. It's run around. Karen's off. Collected by Baselli. Stick aside by the Shamrocks, but Baselli will play this back to Puchero behind the wall. Throws out in front to Shane. Shane fires it. Fought off. And now the Shamrocks collect. They're going to come the other way. Good challenge by Billy Maurer. Chipped off the wall. Collected by the Shamrocks. They're going to move forward. Maurer will collect it. Plays it ahead to Puchero. Puchero will walk off that wall. He's going to flip it out to Baselli. On the other side, Baselli plays it back out in that center seam to Roche. Roche is going to get across the line. Drag pass one. Gets in the middle. Turns, fires. Fought off by the Shamrock goalkeeper. A good primary scoring opportunity. Shamrocks will collect. They're going to look to come back. Go play it off the wall. Go out of the line. Maurer meets him at the blue line. And now they play it forward. Baselli's going to get after this one. Baselli will collect. Turn up. Play it back to Spittle. Spittle's looking out in front, trying to find Shaner on that backside, but the Shamrocks jumped the lane. They collected. They're coming the other way. Maurer's there to contain them, stick it out to the half wall. Shamrocks collected, met by a stick by Shane. Shane will now kick this forward to Baselli. Baselli's played across to Puchero. Puchero gets across the line, trying to drive down that wall. Play it back, looking for Gerlovec coming off the bench. We're caught in a line change as they play it back forward. They stay on sides. They load up, they fire, but stick and challenged by Shaner. Shamrocks will collect. They'll go back to the point. Go back down into the corner. Try to work out of that corner. They put back out in front. Gets through. Gerlovec will challenge on the half wall. They'll play it up to the point. Collect it and fire. Gloved aside by Declan Spittle, but that one had some heat on it, and he caught it with the palm of his hand where there's no padding. He'll recollect himself. Regain that puck. Chips it forward for Puchero. Then he plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle's going to collect. He's going to gain the blue line. Try to pull up. He drags past one. Trying to drag past two. Collect it by the Shamrocks. Going to put it around the wall. Wheaton will challenge. Shamrocks will collect. And they play it out. Now we got a 2-on-1 developing. Cars there. Fazier's collect. They play it aside. They turn. They fire. They go up off the end glass. Spittle will collect it at the half wall. Met by a Shamrock outnumbered. And they play it back down in the corner. Now Cole will collect. He's going to go around the Gerlovec. Gerlovec collects the puck. Takes a stride, trying to play at the Fazio. And the Shamrocks get called for another body check. So we'll go to the power play again. Forgot to tell you this one. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. We'll come down to the offensive zone draw. Face off. I would have thought to the left. Yeah, the referee will put it on that left dot. So Spittle, Sauer, Fazio up front. Carr and Maurer on the points. Spittle's on the backhand, trying to draw this back to Maurer. Puck's bouncing around. Maurer will collect it. We'll set it up. We'll flip it to Fazio. Fazio's going to turn and walk with it. We'll set up. He goes up to Maurer. Maurer will go back down. The Fazio gets past him, gets into the corner where Spittle will try to collect. Shamrocks come out of the corner. They'll chip it up. Maurer's going to collect this one and keep it. Return and flips to the side, looking for Spittle. Gets past him. Spittle's hitting pin. Sauer will get there. We'll put up the wall to Sauer. Sauer plays it across for Carr. Unable to get good wood on it, and now the Shamrocks are trying to come the other way with it. Fazio's back checking. It's played back ahead. Maurer's there to contain. Push him outside those dot lines. Carr will now challenge. He sticks him in the corner. Chipped ahead by Spittle. Fazio collects. He tries to flip that ice over to Sauer. Sauer's going to collect it and get across the red. He didn't have the number, so he'll dump it in. Shamrock will ring it around the board. It's going to be kept by Maurer. Shamrock's followed up. Try to chip it out, but it stays in. Fazio collects it. Loads, he fires. Gets up over the net. We got to shoot low here. We got to get shots on net. So Shamrocks collect it. They're going to use their own net. It's going to be rung around. Spittle will get above it. Try to walk it back up. Chips it forward. Forces them back behind their own net. Sauer will get in on it. We're going to try to stretch this ice. That'll get out in the neutral zone. Maurer's going to get back. He'll collect it. He takes a shoulder check. Sees what's coming at him. He'll come around the net. He'll play it ahead to Anicio. Gets out of the neutral zone. Shamrock come off the boards. That's offsides. And then Maurer standing tall. Net was off. Ellie Shaw fixed it on her own. So the referees will go reset it. Neutral zone draw, just outside the Shamrock zone. 7-11. Left in the second period here. 4-1. Roche between Anicio and Cuncharero. Shane and Michael Winton on the back end. Shamrocks come in. They're met by Shane along that wall. They play it forward. Roach will collect it. Tries to put it back up the wall, but it's picked off by the Shamrocks, and now they'll set up behind Ellie's net. Walk back out in front. They're trying to cycle down below that goal line. Play it back across. They step out in front. They play it up to the point. Load and fire. Goes in. Changes direction on her. As it hit a stick. And gets up top. And it tickled the twine. For the fifth time today. That puck's coming in on a plane, and then it gets deflected. It goes up top. It's hard to react to. So we'll line up. Center ice face-off. Roche chips this one. Goes into up with the Shamrocks jump through, collect it, and push it in the PHC line, but it's chipped back out in the neutral zone by Shane. Shamrocks collect it, play it back in. Roche steps off the wall with it. He pokes it ahead for Anicio. It's going to be collected and flipped back across by the Shamrocks. Key-man will close that gap and try to challenge along the wall. Shamrocks have good support. They turn, they fire. It gets off the side of the net. They come out the other side with it and play it up. Looking far side. They find the guy leaking down. Collect it, and now they go back up to the point. They step in. They drag past one, drag past two. They fire towards the net. Stick the side by Shane. It's thrown up. Kept in at the points. Mitchooks will challenge. Shamrocks will collect. We'll play it down off the end boards. Play it back across. It's collected at the top of the house by Anicio. Anicio can get out, and then that neutral zone is across the right, across the blue. We'll drive in. He'll gain the line. He gets down the wall. Chips it in the corner. The Shamrocks will collect. PHC and a partial line change, so they'll flip that ice, hit the line with numbers. Play back across, Pacelli reads it, picks it off, leaves it for Roche. Now we have numbers. If we hurry, Roche's going to get in. He's got a lane, steps in, looks off, fires, hits him in the mask. Puck bounces the other way, so now we're transitioning back. 2-on-2 developing. Enter the zone. Drag across, turn, fire, off the bar, and in. 6-1. Good zone entry. Step across the top of the house, and they fire it in. Let's line up. Here we go. 5:10 left in the second period. 2 quick strikes here by the Shamrocks. They extend the lead to 6-1. Still ties up. He's looking for support, but the Shamrocks jump through the line. Drag outside. Good pressure by Ethan Nunez. Gervek will collect this one. Tries to flip it out, and he finds Pacelli on the far side. He's going to get in and try to pull up back to his forehand. He's met by a back checker. He plays it forward, looking for Spittle. Gets off the skates, and Shamrocks collect. Go push it forward. They hit the line with speed. Maurer fights him off. Stays on it. Down in the corner. He's outnumbered by the Shamrocks. They'll collect it. Push it far side. They fire it in. Now he kicks to the side. Another whistle. And the nets are coming off somewhat easily today. You know the goalies get onto their post and they push off those posts. The nets seem to be popping up off the mooring and sliding out. So that's what that whistle's blown for, a loose net. They'll reset it, and we reset the lines. We got Roche between Fazio and Sauer, Carr and Winton. In the corner. Carr will go up the boards with it. Collected by Sauer, but challenged and kept in by the Shamrocks. Roche surfs it. They keep it out. They fire it in. Ellie sees it. Hangs onto it. So we'll reset, do it from the same dot. Shamrocks will collect. Fire forward. Rebound opportunity far off by Ellie Shaw. Third one is put back. We need the puck. We're losing puck at our feet. Spittle will take the center ice face off. Shamrocks jump through the lane. They walk in. They step past, guard a turn. They fire. Deposit it again. 8-1. Hey, we got to get our heads up. You got to want to be here. So Spittle, Cucciaro, Michiuk, Zabisky, and Nunez. We opt for a timeout. 3:39 left in the second period. That lead is extended 8-1. So PHC takes a timeout, trying to recollect, try to re-energize, as there's still 3:39 left in the second period, and then a 15-minute frame to follow. All you got to do is hit reset, get our heads up, come to battle. All right, we're coming out of that timeout. Center ice face-off. In-game shout-out. There's again the Gracie Carr watching live. She's saying, let's go, PHC. Fire it back up. Here we go, Nasty. Let's go, kid. So Nasty between Pacelli, Gerbevec, Shaner, and Nooner on the back end. Ship forward, Nunez will collect. Plays it up to Pacelli. Collect it, the chip forward. Bought off by Pacelli. Gets back into the zone. Pacelli puts a forecheck on. He's going to find the puck. Collects it off the end wall. Met by a Shamrock defender. We'll put it back up the wall. Now they'll reverse it around the other wall. Gerbevec trying to get above it. It's kept in at the point by Shane. Fought off by the Shamrocks. He gets out in the neutral zone. Rochi will collect it. He's going to try to flip that ice over to Nooner. Nooner will collect. Will gain the red line. Trying to put it deep. Collected by the Shamrocks, and they flip that ice back out, but Shaner will be there to collect it at our dot. He'll come back behind the net. Bring it around the wall. Nunez will collect it. He flips the ice. Looking for Gerbevec. He gets past him into the Shamrock zone. Good poke by Pacelli. Gerbevec hauled down, trying to collect it from his knees, play it forward, but fought off by the Shamrocks. Nina will keep. We'll put it into the corner. Played back ahead. Chipped out of the neutral zone. And now 2-on-1 on Shaner. Shaner will clean. He's got back pressure in. Colton Williams makes the stop. So he's feeling better. He's back in at the timeout. Gets tested. Makes the big save. Full line change. Fazio, Spittle, Sauer, Carr, and Maurer. Colton Williams back in the crease. Spittle pushes out to the sideboards. Shamrocks will collect with fire, and then that gets wide of Williams' net. Shamrocks will collect on the other side. Trying to play it forward. We'll chip it down in the corner. Play it out into the center, but it's sticked aside by Spittle. Spittle takes a look. Goes ahead to Fazio. Fazio collects, gets it out into the neutral zone. Shamrocks are going to flip it 85 feet and start coming the other way. They hit the line with numbers. They pull up, they'll drop it out. Load, fire. Hits a body, doesn't get through. Spittle will collect behind his own net. He's outnumbered. It's played out in front, collected by Fazio. Fazio's going to get his toes up, but it's kept in by the Shamrocks. Carr trying to play it forward. It's kept in by the Shamrocks, and now they're going to come down. Try to break across. Spittle gets a stick in the lane, sticks it away. Maurer will get to it in the corner and play it forward. Up to Fazio. It's kept in again by the Shamrocks. They drag across the top. They play it down. Load up, fire. Gets off the glass and comes around the other side. Kept in by the Shamrocks. They walk down the wall. They're met by a couple blue jerseys. Play it back ahead. Carr will collect. He's going to go off the glass and try to carry him out, but it's kept in at the point. They'll walk in. They'll wind up. Step past. They load. They fire. Warned by Billy Maurer. Carr will play it ahead to Fazio. Fazio will chip it out in the neutral zone. The Shamrocks are going to collect. Sauer putting the forecheck on. Play back across. Comes back up the wall. Gets out of play. Whistle dead. We'll have a neutral zone draw. Just outside the PHC bench. Now we got Rochi, Minuciuk, Pinky, Witten, and Shaner. Play back across. Rochi collects, chips forward, he gets in, loads up, he turns, he fires. Loved and held on to by the Shamrocks goalkeeper. And that horn will sound. We'll go into the second intermission, trailing 8-1. Stay with us. We're back to third period action. Go grab a drink, maybe a bagel with some cream cheese, and come back for the third period of action. All right. Back for third period action. PHC coming screen left to right. Williams back in the crease. Will come out. Spittle. Gerber back. Spittle. Nuchuk. Trying to change things up. Still looking for a third winger. Shaner and Winton. Now Pucciarello joins the fold. He'll get out for that left flank. Now we got Winton and Shaner on the back end. Puck is dropped on the way. Shamrocks will win this back. They'll collect inside their own zone. They're going to go D-to-D challenge and picked off by Pucciarello. Nuchuk gets to it. Loses an edge. He plays it back up to Pucciarello. Pucciarello will walk off the wall, turn, and play it back to the point for Winton. Winton will collect. He's on the forehand. Trying to play it down to the corner. Stick down by the Shamrocks. Now they hit the neutral zone numbers. Winton will contain. They drop it to the third guy, allowing the pressure to get back. They walk across the turn. They fire. It's fought off by Williams. Stick to side and good tie up by Shane, not allowing a rebound opportunity to put in. They'll collect their points. They'll walk down the load. They'll play it down behind the net. They'll turn. Looking to play it out in front. Good contain. They play it up the wall. Kept in at the point. They turn. They fire. It's worn by Declan Spittle. Pucciarello collects it. He's going to chip it ahead looking for Nuchuk, but it's deadened and picked up by Spittle. Spittle drives in, makes a move, and scores a goal. Sells shot, Sells drag to the backhand, comes back short side. Very nice effort. Deposits in the back of the net. So, 8-2, running clock in this third period. Nice job, Declan. That's it, kiddo. That's it, boy. So now we got Nooner, Maurer, Pacelli, Roche, Gerberbeck out there trying to capitalize on that strike by number 22. That's off. The refs will reset it. Richie will collect. Chip it across. Played ahead and then the Shamrocks left. They go D-to-D and they'll play it forward. No icing as it was tipped. Mara will collect. Sells reverse, but gets back to his forehand. Gives it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli trying to chip past. It's kept in by the Shamrocks. Second effort kept in at the point. They fire this one in. It's bouncing around. Williams fights it off. Shamrocks collect the rebound. Come around the other side. Play it out to the far point. Shamrocks will step down the wall. Drive behind the net. Try to wrap it around, but Williams cuts that one off. Roche collects it. He's going to drag past one, drive past two. Plays it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli trying to leave it for Roche. With good puck pursuit by the Shamrocks, and they collect it and they come up the other way. They'll enter the line. They'll turn up. Play it back across. Carr will stick this one back into the corner. Gerberbeck's going to collect it. Try to chip it out in front of Roche. Roche tries past. Now we got numbers coming the other way. He tries to play it to Pacelli, but hits the skates of a Shamrock. Roche will collect it. He try to get his toes up. It's poked away, but Winton coming off the bench collects it. Shamrocks keep it in 2-on-1. Carr will challenge. They fire in. Williams sees it. He fights it off. Fights the rebound opportunity off with the blocker. Carr will try to lift the stick. Allows Roche to get to it. Shamrocks driving up the boards. Roche plays it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli breaks past one. We got a 2-on-1 developing our own way. Pacelli will get to this one. Gerberbeck's on that back door. Plays it to him, looking forward to paddle the side. Spittle will collect. He turns. He tries to go up top. Fires and hits the referee. Pacelli collects. It's going to be played out. Carr will collect it at the point. Fire it in. Doesn't get through. Shamrocks will collect, and they're going to fire this one off the boards. But wave off the icing. How's that not an ice? They wave the icing off. Winton will collect. Played up the board. It's kept in. Or we'll cut it off. Shamrocks will come up. The other side to try to walk off that wall met by Spittle. Play back across. Fazio sticks to the side. Spittle will collect in the corner. He's going to try to turn up. He's met by a Shamrock. They're outnumbering us. Spittle hits and pins. Cars comes in. Trying to move the pile. Pushes it forward. It's kept in at the point. Reverse it. Spittle wears it. They'll try to push it back up the wall. It's off that wall. And then behind the play, whistle. Michael Winton, go to their box. So minor penalty for interference. Max, Punky, Sharon Nooner called upon to kill this one off. Shane will put that up the wall. It's kept in at the point. And then Shamrocks will collect. We'll get to the dots, push back outside, and we'll walk behind the net, try to set up on the far side. Out in that soft ice, they set it up. They go point. They go point to point. Fire towards the net, paddle to the side by Williams. Labisky gets to it, tries to play it up the wall, but it's picked off by the Shamrocks. They'll set up, go far point, go back to near point. They'll collect. Go back down to that half wall, play it back across. Skips up off of Puchero's stick and gets aside, so he'll challenge on the wall. Zabriskie will now challenge. Shamrocks fight off. They try to come off the wall. They walk into Puchero, who's in the lane. We're going to go back to that far wall. Fired in. Fought off by Williams. Shane plays the head. Puchero out in that center seam. Trying to find the puck. Shamrocks collect. They're going to come back the other way. In the line. Set up. They load. They fire. It's on Williams. He paddles to the side. Play it back forward. Across the top. Good challenge by Shane. We go off the glass. Kept in. Second effort gets poked out in the neutral zone. We're back to full strength as we killed that one off. Shamrocks enter the line. It's played right back out in the neutral zone. Amicio putting the forecheck on. Shamrocks collect it. They skate in. They drive in. They fire it in. Bouncing around. Williams collects it. Hangs onto it. So we'll have a defensive zone draw. To his right. Spittle. Baselli. Bazio. Carr, Maurer. Spittle wins this one back to Carr. Carr will collect the play ahead for Baselli. Trying to chip it out in that neutral zone. Outnumbered. Carr will step to it. It's played out in the center where Spittle collects. He puts it ahead. There's got one to beat. Trying to find that puck. Spittle following up. Puts it in on net. Decided at the last second by the Shamrocks. They're going to skate this one out. Challenge! Carr will step to it. Gets a stick on him, but they blow past. They drive in. Good stick by Maurer. Fights it off. Now Spittle will collect it. We got a 3-on-2 developing. Bazier's with him. They play it back across. Carr was opening up. He gets off the Fazier's stick, but Carr will play it down in the corner for Spittle. Now the Shamrocks trying to stretch that ice. We'll play it ahead. That should be whistled dead for an icing use, but it has enough legs. And they waved the icing off again. I don't know why. As Maurer was full speed. Now we'll get around. Plays up the wall looking for Baselli. Tap in at the point. Second for Baselli. Chips to the head. It gets out to Spittle. 2-on-1 development. Spittle loads. He fires. And he goes top. Puck over the blocker. So back and Spittle strikes twice here in the third period. So now we send Rochi, Sauer, Puchero out. Z-Man and Nooner. Nice shot. Locker side. It's played forward. Shane will collect this one. Puck's on edge. Settle it down. Off the wall to Nooner. Nooner's going to collect it. Goes right up to Puchero. Puchero will collect it. Walk off the wall. Flips it out. Far side to Sauer. Sauer's going to get across the red. Gains the blue. We'll drive down in the corner. Trying to play it back out in front. Stick this side. Momentarily, Roach collects. He puts it in. Save made. Shane will collect. He fires. That hits iron as it changed directions on the way in. But we're getting some late scoring chances here. I like what I see. Played back around. Lucas Sauer will get there. Good path to the puck. Trying to stay above it. Pushed into the corner. Roach will get above it. Try to cut it off. Puchero picks it off. trying to turn and find Lucas Sauer sitting in that center seam, but the Shamrocks collect, and now they'll enter the line. They lined up. Fan on the puck. Shane will collect. Go off the glass. Sauer will collect it. Gets it out in the neutral zone. It's played ahead. Well, the Shamrocks will collect the reverse and come back out in the neutral zone. Roach trying to fight for that puck along the boards. It's played back ahead. Shaner will play it to Nooner. Nooner trying to flip that ice looking for Spittle. Played back in offsides. Neutral zone face-off. 5:15 as the clock continues to tick here in the third period. Vaselli, Spittle, Michuk, Witten and Carr, Williams in net. This one's one to the sideboards. So chips it forward. Shamrocks try to play it back in. It's worn by Vaselli. Spittle comes off the wall. He plays it over to Michuk. And we enter just a tad offsides. So we'll stay in the neutral zone. Face off just outside the Shamrocks. The Shamrocks will win this one back in their own zone. They'll collect it. Have to go D to D. And then try to flip it back up that center seam. Good back check. Good contained by Carr. Jelly will get there on the sidewall, but the Shamrocks will play it forward. Keeping them outside that dot line. They'll put it back down in the corner. Carr wins this puck. Plays it ahead for Pacelli. Pacelli collects. Tries to flip that ice. Out looking for Anichuk, but it's picked off by the Shamrocks. They'll regroup it in their own end. Try to transition it right back up. They'll enter the line. Carr will hold that dot line and play it back across. Gets through into the far corner where the Shamrocks will collect it. Skate through. They're met by Spittle and Selly. So now they'll come down the far wall. They'll play it back across. Read by Anichuk. Anichuk will turn. He'll play it for Pacelli. Pacelli gets past one. 2-on-1 developing. You got Spittle with him. He plays it across. Spittle opens up. He turns. He fires. Warned by the Shamrock defender. Spittle stays on it. Drags past the help of Pacelli. Spittle plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli puts it on net. Stick aside by the Shamrocks, and Fazio will collect it and put it back into the corner. The Shamrocks will come around their own net, play it out the far side, and then they look to stretch it out into that center seam. Maurer will collect it. Goes to Nooner. Nooner steps it up, trying to hit Fazio in the center seam. Played back in. Offsides. Neutral zone face-off. Just north of our own blue line. 2:55 left in this one. Puck is dropped. Shamrocks collect. They flip that ice to get it in. Williams is going to get out of his crease. He caroms off the end boards. Back out in front, but Maurer able to collect. We'll play it ahead to Fazio. Fazio leaves it for Roach. Back behind him, so the Shamrocks collect. They'll come back in. They'll drive behind Williams' net. We'll play it to the point. We'll walk. We'll fire. Bought off by Maurer. Chipped back ahead by the Shamrocks. Now Nunez will step to it. Nunez turns. Trying to play it up the wall for Sauer. Picked off by the Shamrocks and dumped back in. Nino will try to come around the other side. Maurer will collect this one. He'll flip the ice to Sauer. Sauer lets it get off the sidewall, and now he'll put the forecheck on. To play it back. Roach tries to get above it, but it's chipped out in the neutral zone where Roach collects it, gets off the wall with it. He gains the line. He's hauled down. They're not going to call that one. And now they do. That was a late call, but we'll go to the box. Clock is running. So it's 1:40 left in this one as the clock continues to tick. Offensive zone draw. Spittle. Punty. Gerberback. Shaner and Winton. One to the half wall. Gerberback will put it down in the corner. Gets past Puncherero. Shamrocks will collect on the far side, but they're met by Puncherero. Who sticks to the side. He leaves it for Spittle. Spittle takes a look. Plays it out for Puncherero. Gets through. And now the Shamrocks coming the other way. They get in. They load up. They play it back across stick to side to Shaner. Spittle will collect it. Tries to flip that ice to Puncherero. Puncherero collects. Trying to drive down that center seam. He'll play it back to Gerberback. Gerberback's got some time and space. He'll take what's given to him. He'll load up. He'll fire. Squeezed and held on to by the Shamrock goalkeeper. 45 seconds left in this one as they do not stop the clock. But you got to get back within 3. I don't know what the rule is in the tournament, but Shamrocks will change their line, taking more time off the clock. Spittle collects this one. He turns, trying to fire and load up, but stick to the side by the Shamrocks. Winton steps in. He fires it towards the net. Held on to. And that'll probably finish it as we got 13 seconds left and the clock is ticking down. So thank you for staying with us today. Watching us take on the Shamrocks. Shane will load up, will fire into the backside of a Shamrock defender. So horn sounds, this one goes final. Good effort. Good fight in the third period by PHC. But we lose this one. Final score 8-3. We do have an afternoon game up here in Boston, Mass. We'll have to wait for the pool play to finish to figure out what time. So we'll try to put it out there for friends and family and let you know what time we go live again this afternoon. Enjoy your Saturdays.